you're going.
The little green light is now on, which usually signifies that yes, we are indeed alive. Whether or not that is true is that is for posterity to decide. But for now, we're going to work on that assumption. So, last time, you killed a lot of innocent people.
It wasn't that many.
We literally didn't.
Not as many as I wanted.
It's literally not.
They were Nazis.
We can't go 1 minute without you telling a lie.
Listen,
I can't believe it.
if we killed them
Nazis.
and no one's left to defend them, they were not innocent.
I don't kill the innocent. That's one of my convictions.
If a Nazi is killed in a forest and no one is around to see it, did it happen?
And after you killed the innocent...
What innocence? No, I'm not. We're not going to let this go.
Framing
I'm not going to let
Nazis
this
as
go.
innocent people.
Who did we kill that was innocent?
Yeah.
Give me names. Give me names.
In fact, we killed them specifically because they'd done things wrong. We investigated it.
Are we about to find out that the shock twist is that Arch laid all those traps to make it seem easy to capture them, but actually it was a double bluff the whole time, and the truth was just behind those lies. Yeah, so people can confess under duress. It was all an elaborate setup by the Abwehr, who are now dead, so never mind.
I would be arguing more about the lack of due process. You know, so, innocent of
To
guilt
be
or
fair,
guilt,
to be
because
fair,
they're
we
definitely guilty.
To be fair, we did kill someone whose only crime was being gay.
Who did we kill whose only crime it was to be gay?
What do you mean only crime? Like it's not a massive crime.
we had him carted away, basically.
We had him carted away because someone else killed him.
Yeah.
Then it was an accident.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting shot.
Didn't the guy that got shot wasn't
Kill me doesn't mean it wouldn't hurt.
wasn't the only guy around the table who got shot for whom the shooting wasn't part of the plan? The guy who liked jazz music.
No. It was
Someone else shot him.
Yeah, if the page was still open to it, I could double check, but the point is he wasn't innocent. And also the other point is we didn't kill him.
Yeah.
And the other point is we killed the person who killed him.
Right.
So not only is Arch wrong, he's wrong in the most possible way.
Yeah, Rags 2020, man.
I'm not quite sure where Arch is coming from on this.
Yeah.
And after the red wedding, version 2, except wedding, Emil then set in motion his plan to have the rest of the Abwehr members at the party executed. And he is currently engaged in a mass purge of the Abwehr.
Excellent.
How does Hitler feel about all this?
Well, that was why he needed to have the Abwehr attack, so to say, so that Emil would have an excuse to kill them all. That is adequate justification for the Reichsfuhrer, who has Hitler's ear.
So, I just want to say, at some point, I'm actually going to find that clip and just, I'm going to. How does Hitler feel about this? Rags 2019. That's such a great clip. Yeah, it matters, you know.
Look, I know who's in charge.
Yeah, exactly.
How I feel about it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, there's a pecking order.
Let us consult the good book.
So, Arch, in real life. In real life, how long did it take for the Abwehr to get purged anyway? It was much later than this, right?
The Abwehr didn't get properly purged until like the very end of the war, and even then they didn't get purged outright. They just lost trust because they didn't do anything.
Man, I really hate an improper purge.
Mm.
Well, there's no point. I mean, it's like Machiavelli was saying. Look, don't leave an opponent injured but not defeated. Yeah. Because then they'll recover and come and get you. If you're going to attack, if you're going to purge, you've got to purge properly.
This is why Batman's an idiot.
Yes.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why Batman's an idiot.
This is why Joker isn't. What?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Joker doesn't kill people either. He just has fun with them.
Based on his history, so I think he's dumb.
Well, Machiavelli just disagrees with you.
Yeah.
Well, Machiavelli can come to Gotham and have Batman kick his ass.
If Machiavelli's so smart, why is he dead?
Yeah.
Dark mode and everything.
I don't use dark mode.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Like, actually, yeah. I had to dark mode everything from File Explorer to Google. To, of course, Discord.
What, when you turn to the right wing, you mean?
Yeah, when Mahler turned me into an alt-right neo-Nazi with his liberalism, I had to change everything to dark mode.
Mahler does do that, doesn't he?
That's what they tell. That's what they keep saying.
Now the
then,
SJWs are telling me, but
what did you guys level up?
I lost all my porn.
Oh no!
when are you ever going to see any more
Why
porn
are you
again?
downloading porn?
That stuff's really rare these days.
Yeah.
But I mean, my bookmarks.
Quick, get it back before you get. You have to present an ID to look at it.
Andrew Torber's celebrating off in the distance. We did it!
One down, 7 billion to go.
God damn it. Okay,
We did this
Arch,
for
I'm
free
saving
speech.
Arch, I'm saving all my EXP.
You're saving all your XP, are you?
Yeah.
How much do you have, Dev?
I have, I think, 17.
Christmas?
Really? What are you saving it for?
Let me see. Let me look it up. I'm
You
going
get
to
to
take a peek
21?
right now, just to get us back on track here. I have 16 experience.
I'm now imagining Andrew Torber with rainbow hair saying porn is hate speech.
And the fourth point in Auspex costs 20, so I'm saving for that.
Okay.
Whinge. Arch doesn't give us enough XP. Whinge. Saves it.
What happened?
Arch, I've got too much XP. I don't know what to do with it.
He's trying to level up a skill and he's had to wait, like, what? I mean, how long have we been doing this?
I think since April.
Yeah,
This game's been going?
6 months. We've purged the advert. We've invaded Russia. And we're still not. He's still not got that skill.
We learned 7 things in total.
we should have all gained 21 experience for you, Sargon, because you missed that one session.
Arch, just give us a flat rate of 1 XP a month. That'll be about right.
True.
yeah,
What
we'd still be
is
doing
XP
better.
would have been? Do we get
Arch,
that?
can we just have V's experience?
No.
We can't cannibalize V.
I don't want to lose XP.
Look, I've learned a lot from V not being here, okay?
Yeah.
I like it how he said he couldn't play anymore because his girlfriend wouldn't let him, and then he streams at the same time.
To be fair, I don't think that's what he said. I think that was mostly inferred.
Yeah. I think if we read between the lines, what he was actually saying is, I hate rags.
I don't even know why. I'm the most
Also,
team-playery person
If we don't
here.
read between the lines,
You're passive aggressive to him because he's not a team player.
I don't even know how.
And the thing is, like,
V, maybe we should play as a team.
Yeah,
Why are you doing this?
Rags, I'm sure I said it's like Rags isn't passive aggressive to people who aren't trying to destroy parties.
It's like if you're trying to destroy the party, me being passive aggressive is you getting off easy.
Yeah, is that the worst?
It's like, oh no, I'm trying to murder everyone through my actions, and he's being passive aggressive back to me. What an
Why are you trying to ruin
asshole!
the campaign. God, you're such an asshole, Rags.
I like love how he's the only person who's been like shot, I think, so far. It was on like the first episode. He rushes in. I'd like to dominate.
well, that's the tactic I'm going for. It's going to work brilliantly.
It is all about execution.
Yeah, that's what the guy who shot V was thinking.
Now that Dev has told us about all of the wonderful ways in which he will not spend his experience, Uzulu.
My choice is but fuck nothing. I have not given it any thought. However, probably dominate. I need to look at the thing that I saved. Why don't you do someone else next?
I'm just going to give you a point in dominate and subtract it from your XP.
I can do that myself, dude. I appreciate it, though.
Okay, Sargon.
Yeah, I'm still thinking. I'm not sure. I'm
1 week later. He's still
I'm
computing.
tempted to increase my strength because I use my sword a lot.
Yes, you do.
It would be nice to do more damage to anyone who's within reach.
It's been my experience in Vampire that generally disciplines are more useful than like just base stats. That's why they cost more, though.
It certainly can be. I mean, I have noticed though that we use our skills far more than disciplines generally.
Yeah, but traits. The traits are things that we use on every skill, right, in every discipline. So, like if you raise that, you're going to raise more of your average roll.
Yeah,
That's
raising
true.
the average roll is always going to be advantageous, especially if it's one that you can kind of control and use specifically.
My strength is only 2 as well, and I should have, I put my dexterity at 3, thinking I'd need that for the sword. But if I need strength for my sword instead, then
Maybe some swords would use dexterity instead of strength.
So
I would probably argue
get a rapier.
Generally,
I don't want a gay rapier.
I want a cavalry saber. I can swing it from my horse.
Now, what you really want, the real man's sword is a cutlass.
I've got a saber, like a proper saber.
Yeah, that's cool.
Rapiers are for bards.
They're pretty fearsome swords. They do a lot of damage, man.
Arch?
By the 20th century, swords were pretty effective.
What if I told you that all swords are fucking deadly because they're fucking swords?
There are degrees, though.
Degrees of deadly.
Did they have chain swords in 1941?
Chain swords. What is your craft skill? Be the first. Be an innovator.
Actually, let me look.
The Nazis were always thinking to the future. Chain sword.
Yo, can we get any kyber crystals?
Chain sword.
Okay, Arch, if you don't mind me getting on track here.
Oh, fucking hell, it's new level times 5.
Yeah, it's a lot. The same thing for my Dominate. I'm looking at it, like, in order to get to the second level, I need to spend more than half of the total XP I have. And V was at level 4.
I actually can't afford to increase my strength. So, okay, that's off.
Shit.
I'm just going to have to save it.
In order to get to level 3, it's another 15. I have 18 in total.
I've only got 13.
I didn't spend a bunch of mine from earlier.
I don't recall spending any of mine either.
I'm going to have to see what I get for Dominant level 2, whether it's worth it or not. What are we using as our source these days?
The Führer's confidence.
All right.
Yeah, Arch.
Well, will
Arch.
anyone level up?
I would like to.
Will.
We get our willpower back, right?
No, you haven't slept yet. Bad.
Oh, I thought it was every session we get it back.
Bad dev.
Okay.
The Dominate specifics is one of those things that's different in every single source you look at. So I had to go into my downloads folder and find the bloody PDF now.
Well, isn't the trait cost experience just pinned?
I know what the cost is. I want to know what I get for it, whether it's worth it.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that is why the discipline leveling up is usually pretty good, because you get you can do new things. It's not just a stat up. You actually get new abilities.
Exactly, but I have no idea what that is. Does anyone know what the I know I've asked this before, what the PDF file name is?
It was in my bookmarks and I lost them. God damn it.
V5, shady cover removed.
Thank you, I got it.
Right, Dev, what was your question?
Yeah, the willpower, if we were getting it back.
I see. Rags, what will you spend your XP on?
So, a crazy concept, but we have had a week, and I have thought about my character leveling up. And I
An
have
unusual yet bold choice.
I know, it is insane. We have had a week. So what I did was I took 5 minutes to think about it, and I have decided that what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself 2 disciplines that were at 0 that will now be 1. I'm going to give myself a point in celerity, so I can get Cat's Grace and Rapid Reflexes, which is really good for balance and avoiding gunfire. Important in the 40s, from what I understand. And I'm also going to give myself a point in submachine guns. I guess with everybody doing what they do, it's good that we have someone who's really good at CQC, and that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm going to be someone who's really good at close quarters combat and stuff of that nature.
Probably a good idea.
Wait, Arch.
Also, I'm going to try to get a doggy.
If you're homebrewing such that we can just choose a discipline, can't we just take the really overpowered ones for 7 experience?
The what now?
The really overpowered disciplines?
Like what?
Like the flesh shaping?
Oh, I have that.
No.
Flesh shaping?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Samiz one.
Flesh shaping, level 1 for 7 points.
Well, there's only 83 instances of Dominate in the manual. That'll
Don't be a
take a while.
faggot and be what I am. You got to be your own person. Don't
No,
be
Rex, it's a different thing. It's called vicissitude or something.
Listen, don't be a second-rate version of me. Be a first-rate version of yourself.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Nah, it is. It pretty much is.
Well, what are you actually talking about? What skill here?
I'm looking it up here.
They put so much effort into using faggy words no one's ever heard of in this game, don't they?
Communicate with kindred sire. Illuminate the trail of prey. Truth of blood.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Deflection of wooden doom.
They've actually made this for the kind of people that believe they're vampires in real life, haven't they?
they made this. What are they called? Other kin?
Well, that's what they're called these days. I think asylum entrance.
Shaft of belated dissolution. I'm just scrolling down at the rule book, and like every other thing is some edgelord nonsense.
To be fair, we are playing as Nazis, so I'm not sure we get to complain that much.
There's nothing edgy about a Nazi.
Okay.
I've been told that half the country's Nazis anyway. So is it really that edgy if half of everyone is that thing?
Okay, hold on a minute.
Rags caught normalizing fascism.
Okay,
they're the ones who normalize it.
The
They're
left
saying
wing
everyone's
has been
a
normalizing
fascist.
fascism.
That's
yeah.
true.
They're the ones who say everyone's a fascist, not me.
This is kind of part of the conversation. I was looking for that one skill, and I ended up somewhere across this page. Page 421, Fascism in Play. Vampire the Masquerade is not a fascist-friendly game. If you're a neo-Nazi, an alt-righter, or whatever you're calling yourself nowadays, we urge you to put this book down and call someone who you trust to talk about where you went so wrong in your life.
Hang on, what page is that on? Sorry?
This is
It's
page
421 in the rulebook.
If you disagree with us, you're not allowed to play our video game.
Yeah, this is
We are
appendix
not
3.
neo-Nazis or alt-right. We are the original
We're
gangsters,
OG.
okay?
Yeah. OG Nazis.
Although I can't guarantee that there is no method acting involved.
Whatever you're calling yourself these days, Art.
This is in Appendix 3, Advice for Considerate Play.
Fucking centrist Nazis.
Yeah, by the way, did any of you fill out those consent things I sent to you?
I did, yeah, I did. I did send you one. I filled it
Yes,
out.
Rags was... He did not consent to violence against animals, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. But the thing is, read beyond that, Dev.
That said, kindred culture is inherently monstrous. Part of the political horror of Vampire the Masquerade is surviving in a culture that worships the bad old ways. All caps. Or capitalized. Large parts of kindred society, especially the Camarilla and the Sabbat, adhere to cults of tradition, ascribes to the idea of humiliating their enemies with overwhelming wealth and force, and praises religious fundamentalism or even pre-modern ideals like feudal rule. Many kindred are old enough to remember World War II in detail and are bound to have opinions on what's going on in the world right now. Oh my goodness.
Socialism didn't do nothing, though.
You catch one of the Camarilla watching a Richard Spencer video or something. Is this what we're saying?
Oh, they mention here.
And suddenly he disappears from the game world
fascist,
mysteriously.
Yeah, what if somebody wants to play a fascist?
So, yeah, in the paragraph after this, what if someone wants to play a fascist, though? Or a storyteller wants to introduce a fascist SPC, which I guess is a SPC would be an NPC?
Let's assume
Not
that.
their
For now.
character.
Correct NPC?
There are plenty of those throughout the world of darkness, in caps. Monsters,
Yes, there are.
but many with pretty faces. They can be a tragic villain or a former friend who fell, or
Wait,
even
beliefs don't affect your facial structure?
What? But
Calm
Fable
down.
is real.
I want to hear how I can introduce a fascist character to my RPG.
Yeah. So
In
Arch,
such a way that will offend this guy.
yeah, Arch, they can be a tragic villain or a former friend who fell, or even someone who the player character thinks of as an ally.
Is
They
there any
might-
better way of describing Adolf Hitler than that? Come on.
There you go.
I love the implication
A
that
villain, a former friend who fell, or an ally.
the implication
They
that,
might
that the
be-
Nazi will necessarily betray you. Like, there's no loyalty involved. Obviously, he'll betray you.
Well, actually, I agree with that.
Well, it
figure
depends
that,
whether you're a Nazi or not.
There doesn't seem to be anything here about. Let me actually search for communism in the rule book. It shows up one time.
He is the mention of a communist.
What's the circumstance? What's
Okay,
the context?
it shows up twice. Okay, so the first one here is To the rational mind, their existence was obscured as an impossibility. Capitalism was a boon to them as well, even if these systems enabled... capitalism was a boon to them as well, even if neither free trade nor communism was their invention. These systems enabled a smooth transition from dark sovereigns into invisible masters of banking, profiteers of the opium trade, Politburo chiefs, and gulag overseers.
They agree with the fascists.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness. So I guess this is all in context to the First Inquisition. This is like ancient and contemporary outlooks of vampire society, essentially. The second time that communism pops up is in the rulebook where they set your beliefs. So set your beliefs. What were your character's moral and ethical values? Were they a believer, a communist, a vegan? Who were the most important people in their life, etc.?
You have to write
basically in the conviction section.
A guide on how to stay pure while still having a fantasy fascist in your game. But you could just, you could be a communist, that's fine.
This is amazing. It's like capitalism was like something that the old evil people took advantage of. It's like, because none of that shit happened under any system. Totally new. Yeah.
Well, Arch, I commend you for tearing their moralistic bullshit to shreds and actually making the game interesting.
If you're the fascist-friendly game, Arch.
The final paragraph of that fascist bit here.
Dude, we need to contact the developers and be like, hey, what do you think of our campaign?
At the time of writing this rulebook, the real world is currently inundated with far-right fascist ideologies.
Oh yeah, they're just everywhere, every street corner.
By well-meaning people who want to preserve civility. If you see people at your table open up with alt-right talking points, we encourage you to shut that shit down. If you become uncomfortable with a storyline happening in game because of what's happening out of game, use one of the techniques we've listed here. You are not obligated to tolerate fascists.
I'm uncomfortable purging the advert, Arch.
Yeah,
well,
I kind of feel like we should be
you can raise your card, okay? You can raise your consent card, and I will take you aside, and I'll explain to you why you're a pussy.
All right, Arch, whenever I raise
didn't even ask my pronouns, Arch.
That I am uncomfortable.
Sorry, I'm not mocking you game or anything, Arch. I think the campaign's great. This fucking manual, man. What the... Honestly.
Oh, what kind of pussies play this game? I mean, us not counted, of course.
This is a newer version. Like the older versions of Vampire didn't have the shit in it at all.
Okay. Actually, I know one. Let me read you one which is I absolutely adore, right? This is on page 396. It's an NPC example. Rudy. A new player on the Kindred scene, Rudy commands an impressive following and as an anarch representative for the oppressed and repressed minorities in vampire society. Through his concerns extend to kind as well, his recent entry into Kindred existence has shown him that the fights mortals must undertake for equality are just as pressing for immortals. Rudy's nightly life has changed much since Embrace. He still makes his haven in Copenhagen, still hangs with the same friends, and still attends the same clubs. He has only expanded his concerns in addition to advocating for fellow mortal minorities. He now champions gangrel. Kept out of havens and feeding grounds by sprawl, stands up for female kindred in cities run by traditionally misogynistic elders, and encourages the adoption of progressive norms over tradition wherever possible. Some might think Rudy's combination of practicing Islam and unabashed queerness contradictory, but few challenge the bare gangrel with this notion.
That was quite a steep curve into insanity there.
Yeah, that's Islamophobic. How could you be a vampire in this game and also religious?
Oh, that actually happens all the time, Reg.
How do you compartmentalize that?
Vampire Islamists are right about mortals.
There was like in the actual official story, there's like a Middle Ages cardinal who's been a vampire for a long time.
Yeah, but how do you believe?
Yeah, but cardinals aren't religious.
Yeah, but Cardinal is an office, not a belief.
Yeah, once you get that far up the tree, you know it's bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, they also have a skill called true faith that some vampires can take if they're actually quite religious. So there is an internal logic to this.
I'm sure Muhammad was pro-vampire.
Uzo, are you having like a V moment where it's coming through your speakers? Because I heard my voice there a little bit.
I don't.
Check your sound drivers, Uzuli.
Yeah. But if they sound fashy, then you'd better.
You know what, Dev? The guy who's just today installed his apparently necessary sound drivers is the only one now complaining about this.
Oh no! Oh no!
That's a good point. Well, hey, Dev, have you considered?
My motherboard can't do sound until I tell it how.
So, Arch.
Right.
This has been the best episode so far.
Now that we've had a little bit of fun at the rulebook's expense.
We've had quite a lot of fun, but the only reason this came up is because we're currently looking through it to like level up, and like everything costs so much. I can't really
It does
justify
cost a lot.
any of these expenditures.
Because when you compare it to like the other like Pathfinder and D&D and stuff, normally like every other session or every 3 sessions or so you level up and you get all of the benefits associated with that.
Yeah,
I would design a D&D differently in almost every way than this. It's not bad, but
yeah, there are some good ideas here, like mixing skills with traits to do rolls.
Yeah.
Like that's an interesting idea.
Well, it's
But
because in
no
the Vampire
levels.
Balancing Act, there's actually better ways to level up than to get experience.
well, if
now
I
he tells us.
Well,
Yeah,
I've never.
like,
this is actually
6
the
months
first
in, I
role
learned
playing
you don't
game
just
with
have to
XP.
get Archer's stingy experience. How else can I level up?
And speaking on this topic, do you remember some of those items you were given in like the first or second session? That book
What?
and the runic
Last
bow?
year?
Yeah, the ones that I won't let anyone else touch for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Yeah.
Yes.
I guess I've forgotten about that shit.
Well,
Honestly,
honestly, it was
the
because
real
he
me
was a
has
part of the
forgotten about
party
them.
at the time.
He's now going to tell us that they would have doubled our experience for the last 6 months.
So he's saying him not.
Maybe these things could be examined at some point.
Are they like
Isn't
double
here,
experience?
and
or
we can
something?
handle them without him. I don't know. Waving around the magical white clawbone or opening the occult book. Maybe
Let's
we
ju-
can do that.
Let's just open.
So what happens
Oh,
a lot
we're
in
sorry.
what happens a lot in Vampire is that you find talismans that just give you a straight skill up, no matter how much experience that would cost.
Okay,
So-
magical items are obviously one way of like improving your skills, but
well,
But
yeah,
we're talking about the old-fashioned way, like earning
but it's also like it might be better to hold off on using them because your final point obviously costs more experience than previous ones, and it just gives you a straight point. So,
And there's, of course, always diablerizing.
yep, that's the last way.
and what's that?
Eating another vampire's soul to take their powers.
Hey, can we find V's body, please?
Yeah, let's track down V and do the Camarilla a favor.
You basically get all the other vampires' experience when you eat them.
Wow.
You get all their points.
Why?
Oh
That's
my
enough for
God.
Why are
one
we
skill up,
wasting our
almost.
time killing Nazis.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
let's go kill a bunch of vampires and then come back and become Hitler.
Vampire
Right.
Hitler.
Mainly because if you actually do that, Vampire Society will universally turn on you and hunt you down.
It's not
Yeah,
what
but
you
when
know.
I'm
Vampire
leading
Society.
Nazi Germany, well, I mean, what are they going to do? Like, I've got the Wehrmacht, okay, Camarilla.
Is this the moment that we realise that this was V's plan all along?
I think it probably was.
I'm going to eat Hitler.
On that note,
I would have been on board.
to move forward a little bit here,
Yeah, but Sargon, he would never tell us his plans.
reminding thing. You have 2 items which we have yet to identify: a runic bone and an ancient tome. You also possess a compass that will guide you towards a vampire meeting point, which you were given by Eugen van Westlaff.
Oh yeah, that meeting's I'm sure still on.
Well, we could probably arrange one.
It's only been 3 days since we
Oh,
got it.
okay. Before we do our levels up and stuff like that, then we're still in this room, aren't we? With all these dead bodies.
Yeah, but like everybody's
I'm not.
basically expecting you to start heading back towards the hotel.
What was the name of the guy? It was Emil. Or what was
Emil.
it? Emil.
Emil, yes, he's already
Emil.
left.
Yeah, he's already left.
Hmm.
Okay, so what's left in the room? Can we see?
Yes, there is a corpse beneath the table, the scattered remnants of what was once Sink to Phil being currently devoured by Dev. He's probably getting around about done by now.
Yep.
There's the corpse of the Abwehr soldier, which Rags was trying to bandage when Uzulu shot him in the head.
Deserved.
Yeah, go on.
But beyond that, everybody else has been taken away by the Waffen.
Okay, well, I'm gonna loot the bodies.
Fucking bodies.
Well, you said there were ones left.
You
Dev's
said you
eaten
were in here with Bob.
Yeah, Rags has already stolen the Abwehr guy's SMG.
Stolen it. It wasn't stolen. It's
Well, is there anything on the guy that I'm chowing down on?
Yeah.
Nothing of particular use, no.
Money?
money, pocket
clothes.
watch,
A wallet?
bullets, a gun.
Belt? I don't know. A uniform?
We're gonna need a belt to beat him with later.
Yeah.
Sure, you can have his belt.
Any XP?
I already have a belt, but you can put that belt outside of your other belt.
Surely he's got a wallet with some
Rush marks.
Hitler Dosh or whatever it is.
Okay. Are we going to be allowed to actually maybe give this building a once over before we leave it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I still haven't been inside this building.
You're not allowed to.
Do you guys
loot
hear
the
something?
place.
We're not allowed to
Says
loot the
who?
place.
Yeah. Don't we have to scour the building to make sure none of them got away?
Who's,
Like, we have to
wait, whose
secure the
building is
perimeter.
this? Just out of interest.
This is the Waffen's building. It's official state property.
Right, okay, yeah.
You're not supposed to
fine,
loot it.
fine. I accept we can't loot that one. But okay, so the guys who what were the guys who died? We can loot their buildings.
We just go to all their houses.
Well, yeah.
What are they gonna do, stop us?
You could literally call up Emil on the telephone and volunteer to take part in the purge.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we have his number?
I'd rather kill communists, honestly.
Rags virtue signaling. Like, I don't want to
Hold on a minute, Regs. What if we find like a secret vampire hiding out? We can definitely
No.
categorize him.
If I say I'd rather kill communists, you are the last group that I'd ever expect to get shit for saying that.
I mean, I'm fine with either, to be honest. But like,
But we are here.
Yeah, but we have a useful reason to purge at the moment, and I think a purge could be fun.
Sure. Yeah, I'd be fine with that. There is a part of me that laments the fact I have to kill fellow Germans, though. So, but I will go along with it tentatively.
If it helps, they're all Jews.
Oh my god. On that case, I mean, my conviction is not to kill the innocent or the unworthy. So
Exactly.
Jews are fair game.
Oh god. No,
I'm
it's like
role-playing.
living on pole.
Oh no!
I never use 4chan, man. I'm too much of a boomer to use it. It's all gobbledygook, and I can't follow it. I want a proper forum.
Oh, and since we might be purging, this might be important. The stats of the MP40, are those the same as the M38, the Beretta that I'd normally have, or is it different in some way? Or are they pretty much interchangeable for the purposes of combat?
There are some slight differences. You can look it up in the. Let's see. Did I move it over to Prestige Shop? Yes, there it is.
Where in the Prestige Shop, that is. Where is that?
The folder that I given you, all the house rules and the stuff, and the manual, the Google Drive.
The Google Drive. Where's the link to that? I don't know if I have it handy. Because I've looked at it, but I can't remember it. I guess I have it on my computer. What was it? House? Prestige. That's just showing the Vampire Handbook. There it is. All right. Prestige Shop. Let's take a look here.
Yep. Under small arms, there's the MP40 and the MP18. They're similar for all intents and purposes.
All right. Let's see. Strength acquired 2, capacity 32. I get 2 more bullets, boy. Strength acquired 2. Looks like it's about the same. Let me see. But it's just so iconic for fascism.
It
Okay,
is.
I'm gonna pick up the phone then and give Emil a ring. I assume I can get like his number off one of the guards, or I have it in a book or something.
Yeah. You can just be contact Emil. He picks up the phone and gives you a nice, dainty little German hello.
Guten Tag. No, guten Abend. No, guten Nacht.
See?
Sorry, I'm not. Look, I'm doing my best, right? Just good. Right, I'll do. It's when you say day, surely you mean a 24-hour period. But yeah, okay. So we're gonna head to the houses of the people who were killed and just have a rifle through, see if there's now that they're not there. We're gonna have a dig around, see if there's anything extra, just in case there's something we missed and we need, do a proper job. Then we'd like to go purge some more people. Who have you got? Have you got a new list for us?
Okay.
We're really eager about this.
Right. There's a brief moment of silence first. You want to rifle through?
I love the way that Emil's just like, shit, man, these guys are actually fucking nuts.
Jeez, calm the fuck down.
Sorry, God.
All right. He says, there's no need to go through the private properties of those killed. The Waffen-SS will already be doing that, taking their family into custody.
Communists were right about the Nazis. They did care about private property.
Oh my god.
They do care about private property.
Sorry, go on.
However, if you are so eager to help, there is a matter you may attend to.
You're all.
He gives you the location of Berlin.
Okay. What am I doing here?
Sorry,
These
lads.
are Oddware barracks?
Sorry, my internet cut out for like a second there, just after you said location, and chat wouldn't have heard it either. Chat wouldn't have heard it either.
Yeah, check your sound drives, man.
Maybe the computer couldn't hear the internet, and
Yeah, I'll just check for my printer, make sure that's okay as well.
Right. Right. So we've got the location of a barracks outside of Berlin. What's it called? Do we know, or does that not matter?
Yep. So he is telling you that you are to contact a man there, wake him up if necessary, called Helmut Wilding.
Wilding.
Helmut Wilding, yes.
Right. Okay.
so go to the barracks, contact Helmet.
Yeah. And what are we asking?
You are to requisition from him the usage of the Berlin garrison in the name of the Waffen-SS under the authority of the Reichsführer.
Get to the barracks, contact Helmet, requisition the Berlin garrison on behalf of the SS.
Yes, the Reichsführer's personal authority.
Right. So when you say requisition,
He means take command of.
yeah, I know, but what I mean is, are we're in the SS, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
What's our rank in the SS?
You have no rank at the moment.
We're like irregulars.
Okay, well, Emil, we're going to need some sort of rank then.
Well, that's why he's asking you to invoke the name of the Reichsführer.
Well, yeah, but
Surely
who the
Emil
hell are
will
you invoking
understand
the name of the Reichsführer?
Who is what?
Like they'll be like, well, who the
If they question, just tell them to call him up. Tell them to call up Heinrich Himmler in the middle of the fucking night.
My internet cut out again. My sound drivers are definitely on the fritz, man.
Oh, no.
I'm afraid it actually did for about a second. I'm not sure exactly what we missed.
So we're contacting Himmler.
Okay,
There are any
good.
problems?
Mm-hmm.
Have we got Himmler's number?
Consider me. I don't know. I just feel like he would not be so quick to have just a bunch of guys who don't have any rank insignias and to just requisition the Berlin garrison on behalf of a group that he's not going to verify this with. Thing more substantive than it's on behalf of someone else important. Trust me.
There will be orders put in place. He can check. It will be verified.
All right. Can we? Are we going to have like physical copies of these orders given that are signed, or anything to present to him directly?
No, but he can check it. It will be filed as usual.
Okay, but I still want a rank.
You might get
do we
one.
get like a special irregular rank or a a V Squad or something. I don't know.
You might get one eventually. Patience, children. Patience.
Patience. It's been how long?
Can I point you to some just memes that I've made and found while this here? Like, I'm very pleased with that Priti Patel one. I created that, but this next one is just the best thing in the world. It's not vampire related, but it's too funny to not bring to your attention.
You're right, David. That is important. I guess I should show chat this.
Go ahead.
Shall I put that on the stream?
That's a bad word right there.
But it's really funny.
No, Lammy says it's good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wrote an article in The Guardian.
And he would know. He's not retarded or anything.
And this is definitely not fake.
Most definitively.
Oh my god, The Guardian's been hacked.
By David Lammy?
Anyway, so yeah, right, okay, so right, okay, well, we'll tell them to give him a call. It's going to look pretty silly if he does have to go give him a call, though. I've got to say, I'm
sorry, I feel like I missed more than the 2 or 3 seconds I actually missed. Why the fuck are we calling Himmler?
We're not actually. We're going in demanding, but the thing is, if we requisition it, who are we requisitioning it for? Like, we're going to be invoking someone else. Are we going to be? I guess we're just going to say, look, and essentially we're his agents in this garrison now. So do as we fucking say until we get further orders.
Emil continues on. You are to requisition the Berlin garrison, a battalion of infantry, and one of their artillery regiments.
Love it.
Which you shall then bring out to a location outside of Berlin, where you shall bombard the Abwehr's headquarter barracks and assault it.
Okay.
Awesome.
I see we're taking the subtle route. So
I love it.
Yeah. What do we get to go back to HQ and like get our equipment and all that stuff?
Yeah, sure. We have time for that.
Yeah, mines.
Or like to storm in there in your fucking parade uniforms instead.
I kind of do, yeah.
I mean, I could go in the dress, you know?
Okay, we should dress fucking Dev at least.
Chat is just completely full of show us the meme.
I don't know.
I'll just be like, right, okay, put the phone down and say, right, Emil 2020, he's our man. Next Führer, definitely. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
Do we need to change? I mean, have we not? We've got our equipment with us, right?
There's some stuff in the prestige shop that might be interesting.
Paint.
Yeah, you can pick up your weapons from.
I would like to see if we can get some paint finally.
We actually don't need it anymore.
Yeah, but do you think that I won't kidnap another Soviet tank at some point?
Yeah, I still have in my inventory. I still have a Soviet uniform. You never know when you might need to.
And I can also think of other political uses for a can of paint.
Are you going to go all Antifa on us?
Well, kind of.
But we are the far.
Well, so are they.
We're still Antifa.
Yeah.
What, you don't think the Christians had civil wars?
Look, I think that if we do something absolutely terrible and then paint on the tarmac on the road outside just... You know,
Stalin was
X
here.
person did this, and if you fucking cross us, you're next.
Is this like the it's just like the Jewish religious leaders that write like Jews go home from the Nazis on their own destroyed buildings?
Not only are we able to kill
and not
them,
only that,
we can make ourselves victim of a hate crime.
it's a win-win.
Double XP.
Communist, yeah, exactly. We can cover our tracks and say, you know, this is because the thing is, political groups do state that they did this. That's why that's the meme, you know. Then that's what they do. And so if we go down, if we want to sow discord and we go down, we hammer it, or not necessarily in this example, but in other examples where we do something and then leave it, Antifa did this, liberals get the bullet too. That can sow political discord,
Rogue intelligence agencies get the bullet too.
And also, I would like, what is an S-mine in special weapons?
S-mine, Sprungminen. It is a mine that, once triggered, bounces up to around about crotch height, explodes, and showers the area with metal balls.
And
they stole that from Half-Life.
And what is a teller mine?
Anti-tank mine.
All right. These kinds of descriptions would be useful in the.
I expect you to fucking know.
You expect us to learn German for this campaign, do you?
For
And Russian.
7.5 is.
And Russian, yeah.
Yeah, but that's obvious, though.
It's not obvious was a Panzerkampfwagen 3 Ost G is.
Does the manual say that it counts as cultural appropriation to give your character a language that you yourself don't know?
Good question.
Oh my god.
All of this is very obvious. You've got the name, the mark numbers, the version number. I even thrown in the caliber
Okay,
of the gun.
so it's some kind of it's a Panzer. That means Panther, right? So it's some kind of an. It's like a large, like a big, like Bagheera from the Jungle Book or something.
You guys need to read more books.
He's clearly read at least the Jungle Book.
I just mentioned the Jungle Book. It's Rudyard Kipling. I say this out of character. I don't want to announce. I don't think was Rudyard Kipling was he writing books yet in the 40s?
I think it was before that.
Probably.
I think it was before that, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I was turn of the century, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, Arch, quick.
But actually, seriously, some descriptions really would like legit help to know like what these things are.
Yeah. Or also, intimidation. What was the skill, the attribute I was using with that?
Strength.
What? No, it wasn't.
If you're using physical intimidation, yes. Intimidation, yes.
Oh, well, when I'm just yelling at someone, using authority as well, like trying to use authority. Not
If you're
like
trying
I'll
to
beat
use-
you up, but like if I'm going to be, because I'm going to go in there and use authority.
Like rank?
Yeah.
I think that would be an out of stat in-game thing.
If you're using authority, depending upon how you're doing it, it would
gotta
be
be like
stuff
resolve
like charisma or composure.
Manipulation?
I honestly, with that one, I would honestly call resolve on that one. I think when it comes to things like authority, it's the forthrightness that you put it forward with.
By any chance, Sargon, do you have a good resolve stat?
I think that would be more composure. If
I've
anything,
got-
a
I've
result
got
would
the
be
same in
continuing
composure.
the bluff.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm fine. I've got the same. I would actually reverse that, but I've got the same in composure, so it doesn't matter either one. But I think there's a genuine argument for resolve there. But anyway, so it'd be resolve or composure, and then strength if I want to physically like stand, loom over someone or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
And are we going to have a chance to get some of these items on the requisition list? Because these S mines are only like 5 a pop, and they could be really useful. Teller mines are only 10, and those are like anti-tank mines. I've got one, but like S mines especially, luring people into traps or causing a disturbance, I think that could be really useful if we wanted to get a couple of those.
For now, you'll probably only be able to go back to the hotel and gather your equipment there. But afterwards, you're free to purchase stuff.
All right, sure.
Okay, so you can head back to your hotel. You can grab your weapons, essentially. Those of you who didn't bring the weapons to the party.
Sorry. What I was about to jump in. Right, I've got 13 experience. I am actually going to spend my experience, and I'm going to spend them on speech skills, guys. Because I'm always sat there thinking, I'm going to buff up my character's killing ability, but I'm actually pretty good at killing stuff. So
yeah, and I'm really good at that too.
Yeah.
Because
I've got 4 in melee. The highest is 5. I've got nothing in intimidation and 1 in persuasion, so I'm going to increase those.
Well, you can actually get to 10 under special circumstances.
Oh, thanks, nerd.
Well, I think once you hit 5, like the next level unlocks, like the next row or whatever.
Oh my
Oh, do you?
god!
Right.
Let me
okay,
click 5 and see what happens. No, it doesn't do anything.
I think Arch has to do it.
5 is fine. Like that's a lot of dice, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think 1 in intimidation might be more useful than 5 in melee.
You can put that in.
I will, and I'm gonna probably put 1 in persuasion if I can afford it. I've got 13, so it's 3 per new level, right?
No,
new level times 3. So if I want to be level 4, it'll cost me 12, right? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to calculate it. How much do I think I need and stuff like that. So sorry, carry on. Sorry, I'll just do this in the background.
Okay. Yep. You can fetch your equipment. and then you can head out to the garrison area.
Excellent.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's stock up on our goodies and stuff. So is this something that needs to be done immediately? Because what are we looking like willpower wise?
Yeah, you don't have time to sleep or anything.
All right. Yeah, let's do it.
I've got 0 willpower. How about you guys?
Oh, you see, yeah, that's why I asked. I feel
all right.
with Dev's state right now, he's got what, 4 hunger?
Nope, I'm back down to...
He's clean because he devoured that poor bastard.
Having no willpower, is that going to be an issue?
It means I can't re-roll.
Dev needs a shower.
Well, can we ask Emil to wait a day or wait a night rather, or do we have to do it now?
You got to do it.
I guess we'll go do it now then.
Then you can't spend all night in the shower.
Can you do something to at least get willpower back? Not his full willpower, but can we do something?
No, I do feel like
where
Dad.
is there something that we can do that is between, like, because it's all or nothing the way the system is now? Can we do something like shower, take a nap, rest, something short that will restore partial willpower?
Rags, we have to pay for this heating. Like, sorry.
Yeah, no, there's not really anything that can be done right now.
Not at the moment. All right. Okay.
Well, what? Can we not just nip back to where we live, have a shower, and then go?
No.
Yeah, surely that will give us
not restore your willpower.
not even one or two.
Not even 1 or 2.
Okay, well, you just have to go without your willpower.
Yep.
I've got lots of willpower.
Those don't apply to him.
I know.
All right. Just as long as my concern for Dev is noted. I know I'm super passive aggressive about caring, but I just
Yeah, this is why everybody hates you.
everyone hates me. Let's look it out for the party.
Pretty terrible, really.
Yeah, well.
Okay. All right. You can pick up all of your stuff. So any weapons you had there, put them, back in your inventory. You are now fully equipped. And then you can head off to the garrison area in Berlin. It is a huge area. There's a full infantry division here with artillery, mechanized divisions, everything, full-on artillery. It is currently on high alert. So the moment you approach the gate, you are stopped by a pair of sentries who step forward, their rifles in their hands, and order you to halt.
Guten Tag.
Good knock.
Right.
Okay, well, hang on. I haven't put on these.
Heil Hitler.
I'm weighing up on how I'm going to, whether I'm going to persuasion or intimidation. I mean, I've got to go for at least 1 intimidation, so that's 3.
I would say start with persuasion, and if that doesn't work, then go intimidation. Because you can start at one and go to the other, but you can't start with intimidation and really go back from there because you've already
not
set.
Unless you're a total pussy, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you start off trying to intimidate, it'll color his opinion of you.
Yeah.
Rag. Check out that art of you, Rags. You and Sargon.
Where in the Crusade tapestries?
Yeah.
It's good. The good Germans, don't worry, they're all Jew. Oh my God.
Let's go.
I love it. After these drawings from the RP, I'll never be hired in the West. That's true, my friend. Imagine how much trouble we're in for making these jokes.
It's literal role playing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Literal roleplay.
Unironic role playing. We're so sorry.
Actual.
Right, so I've got 4 points left. Is there anything you think I should get 1 in, guys?
Well, let's see. If you've got
like-
4 points of XP, that pretty much is only enough for a new ritual that you don't have, a new skill that you have 0 in and 1 in. Yeah. So is there anything you have 0 in that you want to put a point in?
Well, yeah, that's the question. Anything you guys think might be useful? I've got barely anything in the middle column of skills.
Can you screenshot your page real quick so I can take a look?
Yeah.
Yeah, just the skill section.
Yeah, these the middle ones are the ones I filled out this game. For some reason, I'm putting in Crusade Tapestries because
That's right. Let's take a look here. So, something that would be good to have at least 1 point in that we maybe
might
need.
be useful.
Let me see.
Strikes me
What
that
does
archers are kind of
what does
damn where
leadership
etiquette might be
give?
useful.
Because I feel like leadership would be very important for what you're trying to go for.
Possibly.
So, Arch, tell me about leadership. What is that?
Leadership could be used to encourage followers,
So,
and that can be used also in different situations. Like,
let's see. Leadership grants you the ability to lead a crowd, command a detachment, boost the morale of your supporters, or subdue a riot.
I'll put one in leadership. That's obviously something we need.
Yeah, 1 point means
get a bunch of guys. Okay, yeah. I'll
1 point means you have led informal clubs before and can organize kindred of like mind.
That's something.
So it's basically what V tried to do in the last game. Run his cult.
Just don't forget about us and treat us like you don't care about the puppy anymore, right?
I won't. I don't intend on actually starting a cult, but like if we've got a load of guys that we have to tell to storm the advert, it might be useful.
We don't have to start a cult. We're basically already in one.
Yeah, obviously. But like basically, having something is better than nothing. And
yeah, I'm looking through to see if there might be another one that could be good. Do we have someone who could drive just in case?
Uzulu's got a lot of drive.
Uzulu's got to drive.
I've got 1 in drive. I think Uzulu has 2 in drive.
Excellent.
Etiquette, identify or respond to social conventions in the current scene, set new.
I've got 2 in etiquette.
Okay,
Excellent.
good. All right, yeah, I think 1 in leadership would be full,
Yeah, what I'll do then? Yeah,
especially in a military structure.
yeah. If we ever see any experience points ever again, what I'll do is put up intimidation and leadership and persuasion as my main improved skills. So,
that wouldn't be too bad because I can assist you with intimidation. My disciplines assist me with that.
oh, excellent. Right, cool. Okay.
Yes, I do have 2 in drive, by the way. I was away for a couple of minutes, but I could hear you.
Right.
Are you fixing your sound card?
Let's head over to these barracks then. How we?
Right.
Can we commission? Can we just take a car? Is there a car?
Yeah, you're already there. You're just using your fucking limousine.
Okay. Fine.
Oh, just like that. All right.
Yeah.
You have been
Switch.
halted by the guards outside of the garrison.
See, this is the Nazi version of a super chat, isn't it?
Right. So, how do you wish to proceed?
Well, I guess we'll ring on the. Is there a doorbell? What are we looking at?
Yeah,
Well, you're
some
speaking
Uzulu's-
to the guards right now who have stopped your Mercedes outside of the perimeter.
Well, we call we come on exclusive orders of the Reichsführer. I assume we have some proof of this.
You would assume that, wouldn't you,
Biden's right.
Sargon?
Sorry.
Yeah, that would be something that would be reasonable to assume we'd get.
Yeah. What? Like we were told to invoke the names of the Reichsführer by Emil under the authority of Heinrich Himmler. Is it?
Yep, he's the last few.
Right.
So
Okay.
we're here to contact Helmut.
Yeah.
What's his last name?
Yeah, and we're contact Helmut Wilding, sorry, with immediate orders effective immediately.
All right. Well, you're riding in
I'm
a...
wearing my full SS uniform as well.
Yeah. You say you can step out of your Mercedes, fluttering the red flag with the SS runes on it as well. And like you look the part. You look very official. So they put up their rifles, give you a salute, and pull open the gates for you.
Excellent.
Very
Go
good.
in,
Hi, Hitler.
get back into the limo, let them drive us in, and go to where do we get out?
Right. You are guided to the office of Helmut Wedling, the commander of the garrison, who is sitting there in a nightgown, looking haggard, to put it mildly. Like there's a bunch of maps strewn out in front of him. There's a nightlight on the desk. There's a bunch of tired but dressed-looking officers standing around him. When you enter the room, he looks up at you and addresses you. Ah, finally, the bastards of the Waffen. So, I see you have found it in your hearts to inform the rest of us peasants what you are up to, yes?
I protest. My parents weren't married.
You even sold my honor, sir.
Hey, buddy, this hour's now.
I'll apologize to him. These things often have to move quickly, and the fewer cooks, more. No, wait, that's the wrong metaphor.
The fewer cooks, the less Nazis burned.
The fewer cooks in the kitchen,
The fewer ovens operated.
more the money to the bank.
Too many cooks spoil the broth is, I think, the expression you're going with.
That's what I was going for. Yeah. Yes, but some German version of that idiom.
Too many sauerkrauts ruin the strudel hosen.
Yes. Too many sauerkrauts ruin the strudel. You know how it is.
It's a Bavarian saying.
But again, if there's something I can roll to, like, so it's a heartfelt apology. Which Dev, you've got etiquette, haven't you?
Dev etiquette.
Dev, you know how to sound genuine, right?
Yeah, basically.
Sorry, I'm having lunch at the same time as this. I'm listening though. I just had my mic.
So you failed the etiquette roll.
Disgusting.
So let's take a look here.
To be fair though, even though I have 2 in etiquette, I'm still also a 15-year-old girl wearing a uniform.
So, are you just
charismatic?
Are you just trying to give etiquette a chance because we haven't rolled it yet once, and we've been to a high society party as well?
I think you've got a very low opinion of 15-year-old girls. They can apologize if necessary.
That's true. I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, just ask all the anti-Gamergate.
Like...
Just ask all the anti-Gamergate people how submissive young girls can be.
Jesus Christ.
It's true though.
Weirdly, a lot of them were arrested for that kind of
Yep.
Well, it's pretty spicy though. Like,
we both did videos on the plague of them, didn't we?
Yes. There were an awful lot of SJWs who turned out to be actual pedos.
While we're discussing all that, and before the conversation goes further, I would like to make an awareness roll for the room. I want to know what's up in this room, what's around us. Are there people that we don't immediately see? Stuff lying around. So is that an awareness wits or awareness something?
Are there any bodies that we haven't eaten yet?
Yeah, you can do an awareness roll along with wits.
Nice.
So many red dice.
So many green dice.
Yeah.
All right. Anything particularly looking for? It seems it's a large, nicely furnished office. The furniture is old, antique, but kept in good condition. There's banks of radio equipment up along the wall, which would probably be manned during the day. They're all unmanned now. The general himself is standing by the table with 6 of his officers. There's a bunch of maps sprawn out. You can see there are maps of Berlin. Areas are marked out or circled, and you can see the Abwehr headquarters being one of those circled and marked out.
Uzulu, could you mute yourself if you're on...
oh, sorry, I thought I was muted. My bad.
No, that's okay. I thought you...
That's right, busted sound card.
That's true. Yeah, I need to get new drivers.
All right, that's pretty good. I just want to make sure you know like how many people and just kind of the general purpose of the room and stuff. I just want to make sure. I don't want us to get snuck up upon by anything, or because we're kind of fucking deep in it now, so we got to keep our wits. Gotta be aware what's around us. We were playing a dangerous game.
It's
even if
so easy to make all of this into euphemisms.
Right. Okay. So, Dev,
protect thy anus is what I'm saying.
I will apologize, but is there any chance Dev can also make an apology on behalf of the group and try and be persuasive about it?
Saga will be like, well, we apologize here. What our 15-year-old girl for a second.
Well, if she's like an SS man or a woman, even like, I mean, what the fuck am I supposed to say?
Look, I would apologize, but my woman here is way better at that kind of thing.
Yes.
I'm bad at etiquette.
I have more in persuasion. I have like 3 in persuasion, and I have 4 in charisma. I can do the apology.
Maybe we're overthinking this, lads.
Yeah, just let him roll.
They're basically under our command.
Fucking dice, mate.
Yeah. I will in fact apologize for not informing them sooner, but we had to do all this quickly. All right. So, would you say persuasion, charisma?
How are you going to do the apology?
Well,
In a persuasive, charismatic way, aren't you, Dev?
Yeah. His
First, he's going to get to his knees.
His tone was that he hasn't been informed of what's going on yet, and I'm just going to simply say I'm sorry, but sometimes you have to move fast.
Careful with that accent, Mr. Sorry.
You're making an apology. You're delivering an explanation.
Yeah, well, it can be both.
It's definitely charisma persuasion. Trying to smooth things over with him.
Yes, charisma persuasion.
All right.
Aren't we here to take over control of this place from them? Isn't any apology?
We want them on side. We'll be nice.
We're Nazis, Sargon.
Nice Nazis.
Very good.
Okay. All right.
Look, I want results, okay?
Well, there's a pretty good result right there out of the dice.
That is 8 degrees of success, yes.
Fucking hell. Jesus, the fan art of this is going to be bannable from Gab.
The little 15-year-old girl strolls up to the 7 fucking high-ranking Wehrmacht officers.
In a couple of years,
just
Simon.
leans in like full Greta Thunberg and goes,
Disavow.
well, we're sorry, but sometimes we just gotta move faster than you fucking antiquated old shit.
We didn't say that. Oh, okay.
Wow,
now.
that is charismatic.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
That's a little
High etiquette.
confrontational. That is
Well,
not
hey,
good. Oh, no.
Yeah, but this isn't what we'd say, but obviously we don't know the etiquette here.
Very ladylike.
And Dev,
Yeah,
this
Dev's
for fucking
the only
talent.
one talking, so yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah, no, Dev is basically just doing exactly that, leaning in like you old craps can't move quick enough. And he looks eyes on Dev for a second, just like staring daggers, and then breaks out laughing.
that wasn't very persuasive.
That wasn't very persuasive at all. He's like, how fucking dare you walk into my office and call me that?
Yeah, except he seems to like that kind of shit.
All right, I will
Okay,
note that
well-
for future reference.
Well, consider us currently in control of. Let me just check my notes.
Yeah.
The entire garrison, a battalion of infantry, a unit of artillery, and I guess anything else we can think of.
The best way to inspire people to join your cause is to send a woman in to insult them.
Some guys are into that, man.
Here's a white feather. Sorry.
Well, as you rail off your demands, he stops laughing rather quickly.
And I want them. How long is it going to take?
And do you
to
deliver?
Mobilize, no. How long is it going to take to mobilize a battalion of infantry and a unit of artillery?
Right. Okay.
I suspect he's still stuck on the first question there.
Yes, he somewhat is. Like he was very amused by the 15-year-old girl who was just calling him an old codger, which he is.
Yeah.
But this is a bit different. Yeah. So now you want his men, and he's just he looks shocked for a second as he was taken aback, and then finally asks, like, under whose authority do you demand this of me, sir?
Your boss's 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 boss.
I thought I'd said hit a Heinrich Himmler. So now is what I mean. Enough of the questions. How long is it going to take for the battalion of infantry to be mobilized?
He looks at you, and then he throws a quick glance over at one of his officers and throws a nod in the direction of the radio apparatus. He nods himself, walks over, starts turning a few dials there, and engages in a short conversation.
It's in German, so we can't understand it.
Yes,
No, you can't understand.
We can understand. We can understand German.
I'm joking. Sorry. Okay.
He returns back after a couple minutes and simply just nods to the general again, who lets out a deep sigh. God damn the Waffen-SS and all it stands for. Very well, you seem to have the authority of the Reichsführer, and I am not at liberty to override his directives, although you can be assured that I will be taking this up with the Wehrmacht's command structure at the earliest opportunity. Your request will be mobilized within 20 minutes.
Wow, that's good. That's good timing. I'll slap him on the arm. Be like, that's very effective. And
I will compliment him as well.
Yeah, I'm very impressed. Actually, you're running a very fine ship. But don't take it personally. It's not. It's not something that we are. We don't take pleasure in like being dicks. But things have got to be done, right? And we want, everything's got to be sorted. And this is how we're going to, win the war.
The sooner it gets done, the sooner we can go back.
Trust our competent leadership.
We have a 1 in leadership now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same as Hitler.
2 in persuasion.
Competent leadership.
In fact, can I roll leadership?
Okay. Let's see. What would that be? Yeah. You could use leadership if you want. In fact, I think leadership or persuasion here, along with charisma, would probably be equally valuable.
Yeah, I think.
Sorry, so did they say 20 minutes? That's a terrible roll. It'll be 20 hours.
Well, to be fair, Sargon, I have 2 in leadership, so if you want me to lead the way.
Okay.
That was just a practice roll, right, Sargon?
No, go ahead. Oh, wait, you got a 0.
Yeah.
With a crit fail.
Always rerolls.
So if he has a 0, because he has to roll something, does he get 1 but with a penalty, or?
Sargon, you're so clumsy. Look at that misclick.
Dice. He rolled the dice, except they all came up as 0 degrees of success. In fact, 1 minus.
Because karma does that when you're being a dick in a game, and you have to roll a dice.
Worked for me last time.
Slash off willpower to re-roll the 3.
Sargon,
Call.
do you remember last time I shot the guy that Rags was trying to save the life of while he was right next to him? I got a crit success. So I'm not sure karma's that reliable.
Hey, that'll do.
That's a bit better, yes.
Oh,
So
that's great.
4, 5, 6, 5.
9, a 1, and a 10.
Degrees of success. Yeah, no, you do in fact seem to have managed to convince him that you don't want to do this. You're following orders, just like he is, basically.
Yeah, and it's not just that. It's that we're the competent people who are going to get things done. As much as you might not like the methods, you will like the results.
You could tell him that he'll be rewarded for his competent service as well.
Oh yes, competence. Yeah.
Well, he smiles ruefully. Then he reaches over to the other side of the table and picks up a letter opener. He then spins around in his hands and stabs into the marker on the map of Berlin, the red marker of the Abwehr capital.
Yeah!
He gives you a little grin and just says, well, if only you would give me a warning if ever we were to be on the list, comrade.
Okay, I will reply to that. You will be writing the lists. Now let's begin.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to be in charge of everything, but we're going to need fucking reliable dudes when we're fucking off doing everything, other things.
That's a good answer.
All right, yep. The garrison is already half mobilized. People are ready. It takes only about 10-15 minutes for the infantry formations to be ready.
Okay, sorry to interject, because while this is all going on, we'll just be standing in like trench coats with our hands behind our back, watching them all from a high point with the guy next to us, right? So it looks proper intimidating.
Thunder booms behind us as we survey our forces.
It's got to look dramatic and cinematic.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
The moon is like 4 times its normal size right behind us.
Yes.
Yeah. We're just a silhouette. It's like fucking the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Extra big popped collars and extra long trench coats.
Yeah. Okay, and hopefully it starts to rain as well. But sorry, Karen.
Hopefully it starts to rain as well. Do you want to be wet and cold?
I'm a vampire. What do I care?
True, I suppose.
don't want to be wet and cold. That sounds bad and uncomfortable. And
I don't want the stink of wet dog around us. Or wet walrus.
Okay, fine. Sorry.
Well, someone has a 0 in etiquette.
Please, okay, sorry, carry on.
Actually, I think I rolled a -1 there, Rex.
Okay. All right. The garrison is ready to move out. They're equipped with Sonderkraftfahrzeug 6s.
Oh yeah, of course. We all
The
know
6, yes, the 6.
Yeah, the 6. It was so
The
just
6,
one
yes.
improvement from the 5. Not as good as a 7, but definitely a step in the right direction.
Indeed,
They really.
That's a really good pun. Chat needs to see that.
Yeah, put that up, Boozloo.
That's
Start
a
gonna
really,
like that. Check it
that's a really good confluence of words.
I wouldn't even rapier.
That's pretty good.
That is surprisingly sophisticated.
Yeah.
I like that. And then again,
But it is correct in all interpretations.
yes, I wouldn't even rapier.
Would you have a fencing match with Jess Phillips?
You know, I saw a video that she was where she was saying, I did a response to the thing that she'd said, where she's literally saying we're going to have to hold men back in the Labour Party so they can have a female leader, because all the other, like the Tories are on the second female prime minister, right? And she actually addresses it. She's like, yeah, we're going to have to hold the men back. And it's like, what? And then in the comments, someone like, yeah, I bet Carl Benjamin would never debate Jess Phillips. I'm thinking, fucking all right. Like, I would never be allowed. But, you know, but anyway, sorry, what were we talking about here?
See, no, it's fine, okay? The Tories have had 2 female prime ministers. Labour's had none. Clearly, Labour needs to hold people back because it obviously doesn't happen through just competence. Clearly,
Well, every other party's being led by a woman.
yeah, but that doesn't matter, Sargon. That's misogyny and chauvinism.
And the man that they managed to get leading the Labour Party is one of the worst in the country ever.
Yeah, he's a dropout communist from a rich family. It's like, what the fuck is this, man?
Strange how it's always the communists and they're espousing ideals of equality. We never have female leaders. Odd that.
Weird, isn't it?
Even more clueless than the average communist, and that's saying something.
Very strange.
Right, yeah, okay, so the everyone gets ready and the artillery.
Yep, they set up. There's their full-on artillery park as well gets mobilized. Then you go out to the barracks area of the Abwehr. It is a large mansion-like structure on the outskirts of Berlin. Once you are there,
hang on. Before we leave, I would actually like some intelligence first. Right, how many men do we have?
You have a full artillery regiment, and you have a battalion of infantry.
Right, okay, but I'm not familiar with how big those things are. My interest in military history stops around 1700.
800 odd men.
Right. Okay.
Is that why you were still in the ancient era when I had battleships in that one Civ game?
Probably, yeah.
It's the principle, though.
And when one unit of artillery, like, what does that give us access to gun-wise?
In this case, the formation you have mobilized is a medium field battery.
And what's that? How many shells a minute can that fire?
Shells per minute.
An hour, or however.
So painfully specific. In this case, it is a battery. It's in fact 3 batteries made up of 10.5 centimeter leichte Feldhaubitz 18s.
Right.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Big boom.
How many big guns do we have?
You have quite a few. You have 3 batteries of these things. So you've got
How much is a
30
battery?
guns.
So a battery
Big
is how much
pointy
gun?
shooty is what it means.
So we have 3 batteries. How much is a battery?
10 guns each in this case.
30 is the answer. 30. We have 30 big guns, everybody.
Right. Okay. So that's fine. I mean, and according to the chap who's with us, how many men does he think will be in the Abwehr manor?
He hasn't the faintest fucking clue.
Well, is it going to be 1,000 or 50,000?
Well, surely we have records of.
Probably not 1,000, no.
I know how many there'll be by the end of the night.
Well, yeah, but okay, that's fine.
But you could
so less
call
than
up
1,000.
Emil. He'd probably have more information about it.
I think we should.
We want to impress Emil.
Okay.
So okay, fine. So less than 1,000, that's fine. Okay, well let's travel down. Ready to go.
Are we taking our limo down there, or are we going to be riding on the?
Don't want to risk the limo.
Mm.
You can just jump on one of the half tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a Jeep or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Right. The Abwehr training barracks is a old style mansion, almost like a little mini castle, almost. Except no battlements or anything, just an old style mansion thing.
Well, hang on. How old were you talking?
Um,
So if it goes back to like the 14th century or something.
no, it's not that old.
Stone mason work, that sort of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you guys seen this new heartwarming image in tapestries?
No.
There's two of them actually. There's me and Sargon, and there's the friends.
Legit one of my favorite memes I've got. All right. So,
Come in here, give us a big hug, fellow Nazis.
oh, thank you. That's so good.
Anyway, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, Karen.
Do we have enough guns to actually